All right, it's 1 p.m. on June the 7th, 2025. We're going to go with live weather coverage here. I posted the information there on the page about these two severe thunderstorm warnings. And what you're looking at on the screen is level 2 next red radar out of Columbus, Mississippi. The blue dots you see are hail icons. So well, most of those are probably about less than a half an inch. And then the white icons back over here are some storm reports. We'll look at those here shortly. But I am Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn storm spotter for North Alabama Storm Chase. Glad you could join us today. If you're watching us here on social media, follow and like us and share on Facebook while we're doing these live broadcasts. Send stars. That helps us get a digital gift. It helps me earn money for relief effort supplies and other weather related material. I want you to comment. I've got the comment box up for Facebook. We are simulcast over on YouTube. Or if you want to chat over there, you can pop it in there and we'll see it and we'll get back to you. Once again, I can't answer any personal questions as far as your county. We're going to look at the overall or the totality of everybody in North Alabama, southern Tennessee concerning these strong to severe storms. Get you the particulars here. Up here into southern Tennessee, we have a special weather statement. It's issued at 12:34. Motion is northeast at 46 miles per hour. Max hail size about a half inch. Max wind gust 40 miles per hour. Locations to be affected up in southern Tennessee is Hohenwald, Waynesboro, Linden, Loretto, Collinwood, Clifton, St. Joseph, Kimmons, Cypress Hill or Cypress Inn, Flatwoods, Lutz, West Point, and Iron City. Keep direction for that. You see it's got Collinwood. It's already been through there at 12:50 and Waynesboro 12:52, Hohenwald at 1:14. So you got about 11 minutes for that cell part of that line anyway. Let's get down to Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin County. Severe thunderstorm warning. Storm motion is moving east at 52. Hail threat is radar indicated less than 3/4 of an inch. Wind threat is radar indicated max wind gust 60 miles per hour. Locations to be affected is Florence, Marshall Shoals, Russellville, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Phil Campbell, Killen, Cherokee, Littleville, and Leeton. Give you a storm track on that. Hamilton at 105, Russellville at 112, Phil Campbell 114, Tuscumbia 115, Sheffield 115, Florence 116, Marshall Shoals 117, Haleyville 124, Bolton 141, and Trinity at 154. These are estimated times of arrival. Could get there a little sooner or a little later, but this kind of gives you a guideline of approximate time that they will be in your general area. All right, further down to the south, they just issued this other severe thunderstorm warning here. We're going to get that one. Severe thunderstorm warning is issued at 101. Storm motion east at 61. Thunderstorm damage threat considerable. That's probably the wind threat is max wind gust at 70 miles per hour. Most of these areas are just a little bit out of my coverage area, but I'm going to give them to you anyway, just in case you got friends or family in that area. Jasper, Haleyville, Summerton, Cordova, Dora, Carbon Hill, Lynn, Arley, Double Springs Parish, Oakman, Addison, Sipsey, West Jefferson, Kansas, Nauvoo, Eldridge, Curry, Houston recreational area, and Camp Dowell. That's for that severe thunderstorm warning. Track on that. Winfield 106, so it's right on top of you. Haleyville 112, Fayette 115, Carbon Hill 122, Jasper 137, Cordova 144, Dora 149, Summington 151, Good Hope 155, and Coleman at 155. So Coleman is in my coverage area, so we're watching that. This line's coming through. Like I said, most of these hill icons, they're looking a little less than 3/4 an inch or less than half an inch. Look at some of the damage threats that's based off of this bottom part of the line that's got a little bow to it. Local storm reports over in Mississippi. See Monroe. There was trees down in town. Didn't give an estimated wind total. There's some more over in Monroe with trees down in Becker Community. large tree down on Home over in Chickasaw, Mississippi. And a lot of wind reports coming from this area. So if you're down in this area, uh, you need to stay away from outside walls, especially there, excuse me, in Marion, Lamar, looking over to Winston, Coleman. This may start affecting you here shortly, Walker. There were a lot of storm reports, especially wind damage, multiple trees down around the Oxford area, including CR County Road 164, Highway 6 West, and East Wells Gate Drive. Trees down on Highway 15 at Union County line. A lot of wind damage reports over in that area. Not seeing anything up in our area as far as damage reports. So basically, it's off of this part of the line here, maybe uh, I'd say from Marion County to the south as this pushes southeast. The upper part of the line looks like it's moving more northeast. And we're going to see, I've got to check something. Right. Let's check in chat. National Weather Service is saying for parts of North Alabama, increasing confident wind gusts up to 70 mile per hour, 75 miles per hour today. All right, let me get back and I'm going to look at, I'm going to switch it over to, let's see, switch over to Radar Omega. I'm going to look at it right quick. Looking at high res reflectivity there on the left hand side of the screen. I've got a split screen. I'm looking at high res velocity. See if we see any rotation up and down this line. I do not see. I will show you one thing. The reason a lot of the storm damage reports is this general area here has got some strong winds in it. That bright yellowish orange color. So there's some strong winds probably moving in this general direction here. Fayette down to Carbon Hill. We did earlier have some stronger winds up in this area here that we're heading toward Florence. Might be some 40, 50 mile per hour winds up in there, but these down here to the south might get 60, 70 out of that as this line pushes through Fayette, Carbon Hill. They get some gusty winds in around Haleyville. But I'm not seeing anything as far as rotation up and down this line right now. It's strong, gusty to strong winds. Going back over to WSV3. See, they've got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. It was issued at 1:08. Fires at 2:15. Storm motion east at 45 miles per hour. Max hail size less than 3/4 of an inch. Wind threat observed. Max wind gust 60. So the wind speeds are picking up here in the northern part of this line. Locations to be affected is Decatur, Madison, Florence, Athens, Hartselle, Muscle Shoals, Bolton, Priceville, Trinity, and Falkville. I don't know if I can get a track. Let's see if I can get a track. Basically, Hamilton should have been through. Let's see, Russellville at 112, Phil Campbell 114, Escambia 115, Sheffield at 115, Florence 116, Muscle Shoals 117, Haleyville 124, Moulton 141, and Trinity 154. Once again, these times are estimated times of arrival. Could get there sooner or could get there a little later. It just kind of gives you an idea about what time frame strongest part of these storms are going to be moving through. They haven't changed this up here. It's still a special weather statement up here to the north. So the winds will probably start increasing here to the northern Alabama counties. But I would expect we've got inch hail detection down here in Lamar County. That'll be moving into Fayette County or Fayette Like I said, we'll get over to Jasper, and then Coleman will be in the line of these storms. I can check in chat. Once again, if you're watching me here on Facebook, follow, like, and share. Comment. Tell me where you're watching from. Any questions? I'll try and answer them best of my ability. I can't answer no personal weather forecast for you. Just let it be known. What you see on the screen here is we are under a severe thunderstorm watch. Expires at 6. Expect max wind gust of 75 miles per hour. Storm motion is east at 40. And it's not a particularly dangerous situation, but it's still storms that could cause some major wind damage. Might see some small hail. So with that, I'm going to get rid of the severe thunderstorm watch. Concentrate on radar. And if you're watching on YouTube, I ask you to get over there and subscribe. It's free. Give us a thumbs up on all of our content. Trying to get 1,000 subscribers over there. We are simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. You are watching live Level 2 NexRad out of Columbus. Drop me a line on Facebook or YouTube and let me know where you're watching from. And if you see me pop out of the screen and don't hear any sound, it means I'm taking a intermission or a break and getting away from radar for a minute to take a look at other radars that I've got set up in my office. But I'll keep the live radar up and running. I have issued a special weather statement here in the southern counties of Tennessee. 112. Storm motion is northeast at 51. Max hail size, quarter of an inch. Max wind gust 40. Locations: Columbia, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, Mount Pleasant, Loretto, Summertown, Ardmore, St. Joseph, Elkton, Minor Hill, Etheridge, Linville, Henryville, Toluca, Good Spring, Leoma, Frankenweg, and Prospect. Direction here. Storm track looking at Lawrenceburg, 116, Etheridge, 119, Mount Pleasant, 129, Pulaski, 136, 139 for Linville, Cornersville, 149, Lewisburg, 155, Chapel Hill, 205, Eagleville at 210. Once again, that's for this special weather statement here in the southern counties of Tennessee. If you receive any storm damage or you got storm pictures, uh, you can send them or comment, put them in the comment section. Please put that you give me authorization to share them. I'm just going over to chat and checking that out. So and if we have any chasers out there, if they get with me, I'll get them uh, on screen on live. Might take me a minute to get them popped in. but we'll get them in live and then give you firsthand account of what's going on out there. We don't have any out right now, I don't believe. Switch over to Radar Omega. Winds are getting stronger in that area down there. So Fayette, Carbon Hill, probably had a good gust of wind coming through Haleyville. Eldridge, Berry, Double Springs, further down Belt, Kennedy, Millport, it's right on you. There's some strong wind gusts right there. On Fayette, you're probably, if you're not feeling it now, you will hear shortly. But I'm still not seeing any rotation anywhere in this line. Looks like it's starting to fan out. All right, swap back to WSV3. Once again, you're looking at level 2, next rad out of Columbus, Mississippi. We are live. It's June the 7th, 2025 at 1:17 p.m. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to leave the radar on so you'll be able to see it live just in case any warnings are popping up. All right. I'm going to leave the radar up live and I will return here shortly. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Once again, if you're watching here on Facebook, you to follow, like, and share the page. Always want your comments during these live broadcasts. Please send those stars. Help us reach that goal. We get stars, then we get a digital gift that helps me earn money for relief effort supplies and other weather related material. So if you send those stars, just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the icon and just hit that and send as many as you want. And then in return, Facebook gives me that digital gift that helps me earn that money for that. All the proceeds I get in, I do not use it personally. I use it to buy water, tarps, weather radios. Sometimes we give weather radios out as giveaways during contests. If you're watching on YouTube, get over there and hit a thumbs up, comment over there as I've got the chat box live. Always subscribe. It's free. Still trying to get 1,000 subscribers over there. And that way we can extend our content out. Also, if you want to go over into North Alabama Storm Chase and get exclusive content, once I get 50 subscribers on my Facebook page, then I will give exclusive content just for those subscribers to that extra section I've got over there on Facebook. You'll always see, let me pop it up and I'll show you. Scroll down and find it here. Sidebar, this is the donations through PayPal, Cash App. Cash App is $BBNASC, Venmo at BBNASC. So if you want to donate that way, your donations also go to find those relief effort supplies and other weather related material. So if you feel like donating, we should appreciate it. Also, got something coming up. If you've got a business, you own a business, and want to be a sponsor, you can contact me at bamabob2006 at yahoo.com, and I will be more than happy to come out and do a commercial for you. I've got all the equipment to do it. I've got wireless mics, Samsung tablets, so we can film your commercial, and I will run it here on North Alabama Storm Chase each day for your donation and being a sponsor. So that's something for you to consider. Again, you're looking at level 2 reflectivity out of Columbus NexRad. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to look. We've got some storm reports here up in Colbert County, or I'm sorry, not Colbert, but Franklin County. Emergency manager, power lines down in Russellville, Alabama, resulting in power outages. Time was estimated based on radar that give a wind report, but it's the local storm report is showing power lines down in Russellville. So if there's power lines down in your area, please do not go and investigate. Wait till these storms come through. Contact your local electric company and let them come out because those lines may still be live. So be sure and stay away from power lines. We've got some more down here in Marion County. Scroll up some so you can see. Rankin Fight Airport. Thunderstorm wind damage. Emergency manager, trees and power lines down on this section of Steel Street, Hamilton. So I want to emphasize, if there's power lines down, do not go out and investigate it. Let the electric company take care of those issues. Hang tight inside and let these storms get through. There's others in Lamar County, which is a little bit out of my area. Let's see, trees and power lines down in the Detroit area. Also got trees and power lines down in the Sulligent area. And further down, we've got trees and power lines down in the Vernon area. So it does show that when we're looking over here at Omega, these strong winds that are here, let me get my marker on. Strong winds are taking trees and power lines down. So Jasper, heads up. Let me click off of this and I'm going to zoom in. Get off of here. Go down. This is out of my coverage area, but I want to make sure if there's people down in that area. Jasper, Cordova, Parrish, Oakman, Berry. Be ready for some strong winds. Reform, Carrollton. Go further up the line here. Might get some in Double Springs, Arley, Carbon Hill. You're probably right on the cusp of it. Further down the line, Sipsey, Dora. Just south of the William Bankhead National Forest. They get some trees down there. Addison. Once again, I'm not seeing any rotation. This is based off this the strong gusty winds as we're receiving many trees and power lines down. Reports popping up. Not seeing any strong winds. Gusty winds up here, Lauderdale. They're going to be moving into Limestone and Lawrence counties, Madison counties here a little bit later. We're still looking. National Weather Service is still showing us getting a second round later this evening. Let's see if I can get back over to WSV3. We'll pull up those graphics for you. This is the round that's coming through now. And they were pretty good on the timing. It was around lunchtime to 2. And then that area number 2 there is 1 to 3. And number 3 will be 2 to 4. So they were pretty good on their timing as far as this first round goes. This, once again, this is from the National Weather Service out of Huntsville. Their timing. And the second round, they've estimated to come around in most likely around 8 to 11 there in section 1. Section 2, most likely 9 p.m. to midnight. And then section 3 here, most likely 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday morning. So it is from the National Weather Service Huntsville. They're saying low confidence timing and placement depending on round 1 details. So basically, once this first round goes through, we'll just see from the National Weather Service what's in store for North Alabama, Southern Tennessee. Later on, we'll be posting all that information for you. All right, let's get back to radar. Back scroll down. So we've still got quite a few damage reports. Once again, I'll go over those. Here in Russellville, power lines down in Russellville, resulting in power outages. Down here in Marion County, looking at trees and power lines down. Still Street in Hamilton. City of Detroit, trees and power lines down. Lamar, we're looking at trees and power lines down in the Sullivan area. Further down, we've got trees and power lines down in the Vernon area in Lamar County. Once again, if you got any storm damage reports or images, please let these storms get through before you get out and venture and start taking photos and all of that. If you do decide to send them to me, just give me authorization to share them on Facebook. You can send those images to BamaBob2006 at yahoo.com, or you can just post them under these this live broadcast in the comment section, and just say it. You give me permission to share them. Looking at this severe thunderstorm warning that was issued at 1:08. Max wind gust at 60. Decatur, Madison, Florence, Athens, Hartselle, Muscle Shoals, Moulton, Priceville, Trinity, and Faultville. So it's already through Moulton. Looking at Trinity at 148, Decatur 157, Flint City 157, Hartselle 159, Faultville 201, and Priceville at 203. We're still watching this line here that's got the damaging winds. It's considerable thunderstorm damage threat. Max wind gust at 70. Jasper, Summerton, Cordova, Dora, Carbon Hill, Lynn, Arley, Double Springs Parish, Oakman, Addison, Sipsey, West Jefferson, Kansas, Nauvoo, Eldridge, Curry, Houston Recreational Area, Camp McDowell, Orgus Steam Plant. Expect trees and power lines down in this area as this line still comes through with those damaging winds. And then the Tuscaloosa, Aliceville area is way out of my coverage zone. Still looking at this special weather statement up here. Max wind gust of 40 miles per hour up here in Tennessee. Columbia, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, Mount Pleasant, Loretto, Summertown, Ardmore, St. Joseph, Elkton, Minor Hill, Etheridge, Linville, Henryville, Palica, Good Spring, Leoma, Freckwig, and Prospect. But we're still watching this line come through. Once again, there's a lot of damage reports as far as trees down and power lines down. Once again, don't get out and investigate the power lines. Let the electric company in your area service that. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to comment. Your comments will pull up. If we happen to get lightning in our area and the power goes out, I'll apologize in advance. I don't have a backup generator, so power outage goes and knocks me offline. Uh, continue staying alert through your local TV and radio. Go back and look at WS or Radar Omega. Still got some strong winds at the southern part of this line. Once this line gets about central into Alabama, I'll parts of North Alabama, I'll start looking out of high top. Looks like we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning. We're up here into Tennessee. Let's get to the particulars on that. This was issued at 112. Storm motions northeast at 51. Max hail size about a quarter of an inch. Max wind gust 40. For Columbia, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, Mount Pleasant, Loretto. Oh, that's the special weather statement. I apologize for that. They've got it overlapped, so it didn't show it. 136. Here we go. Storm motion east at 46. Max hail size 3/4 of an inch. Wind threat radar indicated. Max wind gust 60 for Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, Loretto, Ardmore, St. Joseph, Elkton, Minor Hill, Good Spring, Leoma, West Point, Frank Wig, Iron City, and Prospect. Once again, that's for a severe thunderstorm warning. That about covers it for now. Once again, this line will carry damaging winds, heavy rainfall, which could lead to ponding on roadways. So if you're out and about, uh, first and foremost, do not park up underneath an overpass. Get over into a parking lot or a business. Uh, be careful and leave yourself ample enough room in between you and the car in front of you. Uh, don't speed. It could cause hydroplaning, which could cause wrecks. Once again, they will have damaging winds, heavy rainfall, abundance of lightning. Tornado threat is low, but it's not zero. We're going to keep an eye on that throughout the rest of this live broadcast. Not seeing any rotation whatsoever. It's again that strong winds for the southern part of this line. Guess we don't have anybody that wants to comment on YouTube or Facebook. Hope you're busy watching the weather. Once again, if you don't see me on the screen, that means I've taken a break. I want to get me a drink or just stretch my legs. And if I lose power and I'm kicked offline, then continue to watch on your local TV or radio. Keep abreast of what's going on through those services. I will let you know for tomorrow, Sunday, we are under a general risk. We may see a few stray showers and thunderstorms, and then do it all this all again Monday. As of right now, we're under a slight risk for strong to severe storms for Monday. We're going to pay attention to today. That's just a heads up for you. Once again, let's look at our graphics. They were pretty good on the timing from National Weather Service in Huntsville. Here's the timing for today. This is round one. And then there's low confidence in timing and placement depending on the round that we're going through now. But if we receive round two, this will be the timeline for it. Section one there, most likely 8 p.m. to 11. Section two, 9 p.m. to midnight. And then section three there will be 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday. Starting to hear a little bit of rumble outside my window. Now, this southern part of this line's got some strong winds in it. Doesn't mean that we won't get 40 to 50 up here in the North Alabama, southern Tennessee, but the stronger winds, 60 to 70, are further down the southern part of this line. Looking at the hail starting to pick up too, about an inch, inch and three-quarter inch, less than a half inch. This is the strongest part of the line here in the southern, which caused all these storm reports of damaging winds that's taking down trees and power lines. If you're watching on Facebook, please comment, follow, like, and share. Once again, I want to emphasize sending those stars during our live broadcast. It helps us get that digital gift from Facebook. Helps me earn money to keep relief effort supplies built up and get tarps, water, weather radios, and we can have giveaways and other weather related material. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. It's free. Give us a thumbs up on all of our content. You can comment it over there as well. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. That way we can get super chats. Once again, if you feel like donating, you can go to PayPal, scan that QR code. You can go to Cash App, $ BBNASC, Venmo at BBNASC. I've got most of these icons posted throughout my page on many of my graphics, so you go there and scan the QR codes, or just go to Venmo and type in at BBNASC, donate that way. Once again, if you want to be a sponsor, we ask that you contact me at BamaBob2006 at yahoo.com, and we'll come out and we'll shoot a live commercial that will run every day on North Alabama Storm Chase page just by becoming a sponsor. Go over to Facebook if you want just exclusive content. Please subscribe there, and we'll give you exclusive content once we reach 50 subscribers. I think I've set the subscriber cost about $1.99, something like that. But if you want to subscribe, I'll start posting the exclusive content once we start getting 30, 40, 50 subscribers over there. All right, I'm gonna go take a break, stretch a little bit, and I will be back. I'll leave the live radar from next rad level 2 out of Columbus. I'll leave it running that way. If you see a warning pop up, you'll know that it's live. I shall return here shortly. All right, I'm back. Looks like we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Zoom in, we'll get you particulars on that. Let's see, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning issued at 147, storm motion east at 53, max hail size less than 3/4 of an inch, max wind gust 60 miles per hour for southern Huntsville, Decatur, Albertville, Coleman, Hartselle, Boaz, Gunnersville, Arab, Redstone, Arsenal, and Hanceville. Once again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. It was issued at 147. Just checking the one out here up top here. Riding the state line. Still don't have anybody commenting. feel free to comment. I'm watching the chat box on YouTube and Facebook. Just let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. Once again, back off to the west, we've got those local storm reports of power lines down Russellville. Back down here in Marion County, we've got trees and power lines down in Hamilton area. Here in Marion County, Rankin Fight Airport, trees and power lines down on a section of Steel Street in Hamilton. Back down to Lamar County, you see trees and power lines down throughout Lamar County. So once again, if you're out about, don't get anywhere near those power lines. They still may be active. Let me get back over here to Radar Omega. Zoom in. Still got some strong winds coming through. Let's get down in here and look. Coming through Jasper and Oakman right now. Well, let me get rid of. I'm gonna keep it up. Let's go down through here. We're gonna have some strong winds come through Addison, Coleman, Good Hope, uh, Lewis Smith Lake. Please, I hope you're not on the water. Hanceville further down the line. Eva, Hawkville. Might see some further down the line. Holly Pond, Bluntsville. We're going to just go right down this line. Sipsey, Cordova. Probably seeing some rain right now. Strong gusty winds. Probably 60 to 70 miles per hour fixing to come through Cordova. Parish, further down into Dora. Oakman, you're probably experiencing it as we speak. Further down the line, we'll get on down in here. Coker, you're going to be looking at some strong winds as well. For anybody that lives along State Road 69, you're on 22, goes down into West Jefferson. Gonna be some strong winds coming in there. Jasper's probably seeing some strong winds further up. You had Lewis Smith Lake, West Point, South Vinemont, Coleman. You're gonna be seeing those strong winds back out here. There is some strong winds up here just east of Lexington, this little area right up in here. Let me get a cursor here. Strong pocket of wind there. Look up here in Tennessee, you've got a couple of pockets. Strong wind. This area and this area here. Once again, I'm not seeing any rotation whatsoever up and down this line. We're just dealing with straight line winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour down here, the southern part of this line. Let me pull out now, mark that for you. Strong winds in this area down here to the southern flank of this line. Again, Coleman, Good Hope, Hanceville, Dora. Go back up to the northern part. We see some strong winds coming into Athens. Further down the line, Hazel Green, Meridianville, Huntsville, Triana. National Weather Service put out a thing earlier about northern part of this line might start getting some stronger wind gusts. So if you live anywhere in around Trinity, Decatur, Brookmead, Priceville, Athens, Elkmont, Ardmore, Hazel Green, Meridianville, Huntsville, Redstone Arsenal, you're in and around Huntsville International Airport. They've probably halted flights till this line gets through or put them on delay anyway. Once again, I'm not seeing any indications of any rotation like I said earlier this morning, is tornado threat is low, but we cannot count it out. It's not zero. So strong winds can do just as much damage. So that's what we're keeping our eye on right now is the damaging winds. Once again, if you have any images or trees down or any damage reports, you can send them to BamaBob2006 at yahoo.com, or you can post them in the comments of this live broadcast and give me permission to uh, put those on the Facebook page or the Skywarn Storm Spotter page. Not a lot of hail within this line. There was down here, southwest of Jasper, about an inch in size. Other than that, they're about less than 3/4, less than a half inch. Might see some pea-sized hail within these storms that are rolling through. Once again, I'm hearing thunder and seeing lightning out my window. So if I happen to lose power and I get kicked off the line, continue uh, watching local TV or listening to radio for constant updates. In southern Tennessee, we've got a special weather statement. 151 was issued. Storm motion east at 45. Max hail size quarter of an inch. Max wind gust 40. Locations are Columbia, Shelbyville, Lewisburg, Mount Pleasant, Chapel Hill, Hornersville, Linville, Palatka, I-65 east of Columbia, Rover, Belfast, Farmington, and Unionville. Still watching these severe thunderstorm warnings up and down this line. Again, I'm not seeing any rotation, but we are watching for those damaging wind gusts. Northern part of the line, you're looking at 40 to 50. The southern flank of this line, maybe anywhere from Hartselle down through Jasper, looking at maybe 50, 60, 70 mile per hour pockets within this line. Left hand side of the screen is high res reflectivity. That's out of Columbus. And over to the right hand, you're looking at high res velocity. Looking at the velocity values within this line, it helps us look for uh, rotation signatures within this line. Go back over this timeline. Like I said earlier, they were dead bullseye on this timeline, but we're still watching for the chance for that. See if we're going to get that second round later this evening. In section 1, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Section 2 there, 9 p.m. to midnight. In section 3 there, the dark blue, looking at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Probably get notification from the National Weather Service. I'll monitor uh, their website and see if they've kind of ended that round 2 or not. Right when they posted that this morning at 9:25, low confidence in timing and place, and so either they'll do away with it and we won't have to worry about tonight, or they might change the timeline altogether. So if I get any information on that, I'll post it. You are here live on North Alabama Storm Chase live broadcast of severe storms. I'm Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn storm spotter. If you're watching on Facebook, please send those stars. It helps me out. Follow the page, like it, share it, comment on all the content, even during the live broadcast. Want to hear your comments. Always give us a like on our page. We've got over 9,984 85 viewers. I'd like to get up to about 10,000 before July. So that'll help me out. So like it, share it with somebody, your friends and family. Get over on YouTube, subscribe. It's free. Give us a thumbs up on all our content. When you give a thumbs up on either Facebook or YouTube, or like it, share it on those platforms, the analytics help me out a whole lot, and we'll be able to expand and add new features and other things. So, with your help, we can get that accomplished. We start doing a live storm spotter chat maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Get some of our local Skywarn storm spotters on and let you ask them questions and let them answer for you. I know we've got Chris Barnes, Chris Burns, Taryn, got Mike, we got Candace, we got April, we got Jonathan, got Joshua. We've got a plethora of Skywarn storm spotters in our area. I can get them on live and we can have a storm spotter chat. Once again, if you own a business, want to become a sponsor, give us a donation. I'll come out and do a commercial and for your business, and I will run it on North Alabama Storm Chase page. That way, you'll receive 9 to 10,000 viewers to your business and help drive sales. And I'll do that. I'll do all the video and editing and all of that, and dress it up for your business just by simply you giving a donation and becoming a sponsor. If you want to become a sponsor, hit me up on Bama Bob, BAMABOB 2006 at yahoo.com. If you scroll back down my Facebook page, you'll see the graphic I posted, and it'll have my email address or there. It'll be tagged to the right hand side, or the left hand side, I should say, on my page. My email address is there. There are no new severe thunderstorm warnings, and luckily we've not had any tornado warnings or any brief spin ups. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning that popped up here in southern Tennessee, Lincoln County, parts of northern Madison County, parts of northern Limestone County. Let's see, get the particulars at 2:03. Severe thunderstorm warning, storm motion east at 56. Max hail size less than 3/4. Max wind gust 60 miles per hour. Locations be affected: Winchester, Fayetteville, Deckard, Estill Springs, Ardmore, Huntland, James Ford Lake, Lincoln, Elkwood, and Elora. I'll give you a track on that. Elkton at 209, so about four or so minutes. Fayetteville 230, Huntland 247, Winchester 258, Estill Springs 258, and Deckard at 3 p.m. That's for that severe thunderstorm warning up in Lincoln County, parts of northern Madison County, and northeast Limestone County. Getting some good rumbling out here outside my office. Again, I hope I don't lose power or get knocked off the line. If I do, continue receiving weather updates through local TV and radio. Keep up to date and stay weather aware this rest of this afternoon. It is 2:05 p.m. on June 7th, 2025. Again, if you're watching us on Facebook, please comment. Try and get to your questions quickly as I can. And also chat over there. Leave a comment over there on YouTube. It'll pop up on my screen, and I'll be able to answer any questions you may have. Just let me know where you're watching from if you're on YouTube or Facebook. But let me know how I'm doing. I appreciate each and every comment. Earlier on a video, we had a weather outlook. We had Chris Burns, one of our Skywarn Storm Spotters on. He was asking questions from viewers and going over a few things, and we did that earlier. So hopefully we're going to start doing that maybe on Tuesday and Thursday once I can get a few scheduled to come in and get everything set up. And we go with a live Skywarn Storm Spotter chat, and you can drop messages in the chat box, and we'll go over them one by one. That way you'll get to know your Skywarn Storm Spotter. And if you are a Skywarn Storm Spotter and you happen to be watching this and you want to be a part of that, you can drop me a line at bamabob2006 at yahoo.com, or just leave a comment in the comment section here on this live broadcast, and we'll get you set up and scheduled for that event, maybe on a Tuesday or Thursday. May do it on a Friday evening. I'd like to do it at least twice a week because we've got plenty of Skywarn Storm Spotters in our area. So if you're watching this and hearing the sound of my voice, hit me up on bamabob2006 at yahoo.com, or drop me a line in the comment section of this live broadcast, and I'll get right back with you via email. If you comment, just leave me your email address, and I'll get back in contact with you. We'll get you set up, scheduled, and we'll have a chat session maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, or maybe just a Friday night, whatever suits the storm spotter. Again, I'm Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn Storm Spotter, here on my page doing a live broadcast for North Alabama Storm Chase, watching for you here in the North Alabama, Southern Tennessee viewing area. Or simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. Just had let's see, got a special weather statement just popped out. Let's see, special weather statement issued at 2:08. Storm motion east at 32, max wind gust 55. Locations are Huntsville, Madison, Athens, Winchester, Fayetteville, Moores Mill, Meridianville, Lynchburg, Redstone Arsenal, and Hazel Green. That was issued based on the max wind gust of 55 miles per hour. Get back over here and we're going to look at Omega. It looks like the winds may have increased. Yeah, look like they've increased up here in North Alabama. So Athens, Huntsville, Meridianville, Hazel Green, all the way up to Fayetteville, Gurley, down the line, Triana, New Hope, Grant, Scottsboro, High Top, back over into northeast Alabama. Still got these strong winds down here, say anywhere from Coleman down to Tuscaloosa. You're probably looking at 60 to 70 mile per hour winds within that area. I had numerous reports back off to the west around Franklin, Marion, and Lamar counties of power lines and trees down. I would expect storm reports to start popping up in this area here shortly. I guess nobody wants to chat today. Many people might be sleeping during this rain. If you're watching here on Facebook or YouTube, just drop me a line and say, hey, I'm watching from so and so. Or you're doing a good job or you're doing a bad job. Just comment. Then Black had commented earlier on our broadcast about the Skywarn Storm Spotter page. So if you scroll back through this video, you'll see Desiree Hall. Thank you. I thought I was the only person alive on the face of the earth. She said, I am watching from Coleman, Alabama. So glad you're watching, Desiree. Welcome. Everybody shout out to Desiree. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Miss Hall. See, Miss Hall, that didn't hurt a bit, did it? Love to hear from my viewers. Now, if I get all over 9,000 viewers chatting at once, I might have a problem trying to get to your comments. So just bear with me. At least I know I'm not the only person alive on the face of the earth. So thank you, Miss Hall, for watching from Coleman. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can chat over there. It'll pop up. And I'll get to your comment. Just let me know where you're watching from. Everybody don't see what I look like a microphone. I just scared you. That's okay. I've got my enhanced Fujita scale shirt on today. I wasn't having no premonitions. The shirt's comfortable. I used to wear headphones, but uh, I was getting a lot of feedback through them, so I bought me a boom mic, which is a whole lot better. It just blocks. It just shows you that I need to shave. And Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn Storm Spotter, watching for you. We give you direct information from National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, Hurricane Forecast Center. We are watching here level 2 radar out of Columbus, NexRad on WSV3. Also use Radar Omega and also use Radar Scope. Since we're in a little bit of a lull, I know we've got severe thunderstorm warnings. We've covered those. Hopefully in July, we'll get our first taste of the new next gen radar system that'll be coming out this December. Actually, he's releasing it on the actual first date of when WSV3, what you're seeing now on the screen, uh, the anniversary of that. So we're getting next gen, and it's going to be top notch radar system. A lot of 3D, 2D, uh, better customization within that system. So we're going to get a little taste of it in July. And if I get any uh, screenshots or anything, I might go live with it and show you what to expect off of what we get. Don't really know what aspects of the next gen radar system we're getting, but anything right now at this point, I know a lot of us users that use WSV3 are excited about getting that next gen product out in December. So whatever we get in July, hopefully we're crossing our fingers in July, as the developers told us July, that we'll be excited about it. So it won't be released in July, but a full release will be in December on the anniversary of when WSV3 was first put out there. And I was one of the first come, first serve on that. Paid a lot of money for it, but it's stood the test of time. So this is what you're seeing on the screen is WSV3. I think we're on version 7.6. We get a lot of free updates, and the developer uh, Paul, he really puts a lot of effort in keeping this up and running, making sure the servers are uh, going good, and on top of keeping this up and running, he's working on the next gen product, which will be very exciting come December. Using that hopefully for the winter weather season. But I don't like cold. I, I, a lot of people don't like severe storms. I don't either, but I'm a warm weather person. All right, I'm gonna step out for a minute. I'm going to take a little break, get me a drink, and I'll return. But I'm gonna keep live weather radar up and running. That way, if you see any uh, watches or warnings pop up, uh, you'll know first. Let me give you some information here. A little hail here, about an inch, 100% probability. Looks like it'll be moving into Albertville uh, here over the next 15 to 20 minutes. But we're up to date right now on all of our special weather statements, our severe thunderstorm warnings. But I'm going to pop out, take a little break, and I will return. I'm back. Still look we're good here. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning. Let me get to it down here close to Gadsden. I have some viewers down in that area. Severe thunderstorm warning issued at 2:18. East at 56. Max wind got 60 miles per hour for Hoover, Gadsden, Alabaster, Pelham, Helena, Hill City, Leeds, Moody, Calera, Chelsea, Rainbow City, Montevallo, Atala, Childersburg, Brent, Hoax Bluff, Columbiana, Springville, Odenville, and Centerville. Once again, that's for a severe thunderstorm warning. Looks like the hail icon is increasing, but we got a little bit here just southeast of Coleman, about an inch and a quarter. 100% hail probability. Let's go back over here and look at some of these damage reports. Excuse me, back over in Lawrence County, northeast of Moulton. Emergency manager, trees down at intersection of County Road 170 and County Road 217. So stay away from that area. Once again, Lawrence County, emergency manager reports trees down at the intersection of County Road 460 and County Road 229 in Moulton. Avoid that area if all possible. Once again, in Lawrence County, from the public, several trees down in the Bankhead National Forest along Highway 33. And then further down, in Winston County, we've got from the public trees down in the Houston area. Let's see, here's another one from the public trees down in the Arley area. Trees and power lines down in the Double Springs area. Once again, if there's power lines down, please avoid those. Let the electric company that services your area take care of those. We had some other reports to see in Tuscumbia. Emergency manager, trees down on the west side, I guess, of Tuscumbia. So a lot of trees down. I would expect so with this southern flank of this line. Let me get back over here to Radar Omega. We'll see that there's still some strong winds, basically in this general area, this just southwest of Gunnersville down through Birmingham all the way to Tuscaloosa. A lot of strong winds. Do have a little bit of wind picking up in this area around Athens. Probably moving into Huntsville, but the most potent winds were 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. A lot of tree damage, trees down, power lines down, in that southern flank. Hopefully, I don't lose power. As it's starting, rain's starting to pick up, and a lot of thunder and lightning. So, if I do get kicked off the line, go to your local TV or radio source and get continuous updates through those services. Hopefully, we'll keep power. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, please comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I want you to follow. I want you to like the page. I want you to share it. And send those stars during these live broadcasts or any videos that I post. You can send stars. That gives me that gift that gives from Facebook that makes me earn money for relief effort supplies. I buy water tarps, weather radios, other weather related material to hand out during relief efforts. If you're watching on YouTube, we are simulcast Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe, it's free. Give us a thumbs up, comment over there as well. Subscribe. We want subscribers to get built up. Get 1,000 subscribers, we get super chats. If we get 500 subscribers, then we can do memberships. So I've got 9,984, 85. I'll go back and check the numbers. So if I got each one of those people to go over and subscribe to YouTube, we'd be set up. So definitely like and share our page, North Alabama Storm Chase on Facebook. Give you the most trusted and dependable weather coverage here on social media. If you own a business, want to become a sponsor, I will gladly come out and shoot a commercial for your sponsorship and your donation. We'll run it here in any post that I make. I'll run your commercial on North Alabama Storm Chase page, just for being a sponsor and a donator to this page. Just to let you know, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've gotten into the social media aspect over the past 5 years, uh, slowly but surely building it up. Cassandra Ivy is watching from Gunnersville. Thank you for watching, Miss Ivy. For Miss Hall and Miss Ivy, y'all like the page, share it with your friends and family. Thank you for a comment. And when you share the Facebook page, let them know that we simulcast over on YouTube so they can go back and watch the weather coverage or watch it over there. Each person's got their own social media site that they like watching stuff from. So whether it be Facebook or YouTube, we're still watching this strong line of showers and thunderstorms. Once again, we're dealing with some winds. Tornado threat is low, but it's not zero. Looking at heavy rainfall, so there's going to be a lot of flooding in those flood-prone areas. A lot of standing water on roadways. So if you're out driving around, leave ample room between you and the car in front of you and slow down. Don't need any wrecks because of hydroplaning. Just take your time to get your destination. Switching back over to radar Omega. Still got some gusty winds. Look, they're dying down once they get past Birmingham. There's still little pockets down here around Bessemer, all the way over to Tuscaloosa. Might still see some 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts within that area. Starting to drop the severe thunderstorm warnings back to the west. But we're still receiving a lot of storm reports. Once again, we'll get back up here into Lawrence County. Trees down at intersection County Road 170 and County Road 217. I just got a report out of Coleman. Train spotter saying trees down along Highway 69 in Fairview. Very strong winds reported by the train spotter. So, yeah, anywhere from Albertville down past Birmingham down to Tuscaloosa is probably going to be the strongest part of the winds. So we're probably going to see a lot of uh, tree damage and power lines down. Uh, just down here in Walker, we're looking at trees down in the area of Highway 69, Arkadelphia Road. Further down in Walker County, we're looking at multiple locations of trees down across southern Walker County. So right now, this main threat is damaging winds. No storm reports as far as close to the Tennessee line or up into Tennessee as we speak. But you see, there was multiple uh, reports where all these white icons are. A lot of trees and power lines down. Once again, if power lines down, stay away from them. Let your electric company that services your area take care of those. Picking up some 1-inch hail southeast of Holman, northeast of Warrior. We're looking at 1-inch hail. No hail reports up in North Alabama, Southern Tennessee. Basically, like I said, we're just looking at damaging winds. We're still waiting from the National Weather Service. I'm going to go back and check once I get off this live broadcast, which we'll probably hear soon. Because basically, these severe thunderstorm warnings are going to be moving over into Jackson County, DeKalb County. They're right in Marshall County right now. They'll be moving, so they'll probably continue these severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm not pushing Jackson County or DeKalb County or Marshall County by any means, but we're just looking at damaging winds at this point. I may cut this live broadcast short. I want to get back over and see if we're getting a second round. Here's the timing for today's severe timing. You see, they were pretty good with the timing there, but initially they've got the second round that they were looking at it early this morning. There was low confidence in it, but most likely it would be 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. there in that section 1, section 2, 9 p.m. to midnight, and then at section 3 there in the dark blue, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday morning. We'll go back and check with National Weather Service and see if they're going to continue with that second round possibility. We'll stay on here just for a few more minutes. If this gets into Jackson County. It looks like we've got this one that popped up here. No, it's an old one, I think. Yeah. So you've got storms that are going to be moving into Skyline, Stevenson, Scottsboro, Ider, Fort Payne. This one little cell here has got an inch hail. It's northwest of Fort Payne. Look at Powell. They're right in New Hope now. Paint Rocks, Gurley's starting to see a lot. Section, Scottsboro, Fife, Henniger, High Top. Then it'll move up and further over to the east into the South Pittsburgh area. Bridgeport, Shiloh, Pixka, Hollywood. You're starting to see the showers off of this little cell that's coming through now. Valley Head, Sylvania, Rainsville. A lot of this will be moving in your direction. Rainsville's probably seeing, that hail cores, that blue area there in pinkish area. Might get a inch in diameter hail within Rainsville. Fife, Lakeview, Geraldine, those area, Fort Payne, all those areas will start experiencing this over the next couple of hours. Not seeing any new severe thunderstorm warnings. Once again, I'm going to go back and check and see about the second round and the timing. Got a local storm report. It was reported at 2:24 from the public. Huntsville ASOS at the Huntsville International Airport gusted to 60 miles per hour. That's pretty accurate report. It's coming from Huntsville International Airport. They've got the instrumentation over there that detects a lot wind, rain. So it gusted to 60. So we'll probably start seeing more damage reports as this line continues off to the east. Well, I'm going to wait a little bit longer and let this line get into Jackson and DeKalb County. Then I'm going to stop the live broadcast and I'm going to go back and get with the National Weather Service and see what their feelings are on about a second round. A lot of people may have misinterpretation of this round coming through. Will rain cool the air, but a lot of times Mother Nature has her own way of doing things. So we're going to just wait. I'm going to get with the National Weather Service and see what they're saying when they give out their directives. Looks like we might have some strong winds coming just a little bit north of Orange Crossroads, maybe moving into Gurley. Let me get back down to Omega. Yeah, there's starting to be some winds are starting to pick up here in the northern part of this line in this general area here. So I know see they're going to be looking for Meridianville, Huntsville, Redstone Arsenal, Gurley, New Hope. Further down the line, Woodville, Pleasant Grove, New Market, may pick up here in Hazel Green. But it's just a little pocket there, so but it may increase. So just keep an eye out if you live in those areas. Got an abundance of lightning. That's something I can put on. Let's see. A lot of lightning strikes out there. I put it on every now and then, but it just clutters up the radar. So this whole line has got severe thunderstorm warnings, but nothing new. It's 2:36 right now. I'm not seeing anything that's popped up. This one down in Gaston was about 18 minutes ago. But we do have these storm reports of trees down, power lines down. We'll probably see those increase in and around Birmingham, down to Clara, back over to Anniston as this line, especially in Gadsden, come through. So hopefully you got flashlights. If it gets dark in your area, just make sure you've got flashlights handy. If the power goes out, just wait it out. Just let this line come through. Don't be out inspecting power lines that are down. Glad Miss Hall and Miss Ivy are watching. I hope they're continue to watch. But if you're watching, please like us, follow us, and share us with your friends and family. I want your comments, any live broadcast, send those stars. That helps me out. It gives me the drive and the funds to continue to keep going and buy relief effort supplies. One day we may need relief efforts here, and that just I store up the water. And Carson Kelly says hello to you. I store up those supplies like water, tarps, weather radios, and we get out, and if people have damage, they don't have to take time out of their busy schedule to go to local business and buy tarps or buy water. I'll have that on hand and get that straight to them. Carson Kelly is watching from Center, Alabama. Well, welcome aboard. You're seeing on screen now is Radar Omega. We're looking at the high velocity, seeing where the strongest winds are, high res velocity, and over to the left hand side of the screen, you're looking at high res reflectivity. We're checking out the winds, and then this storm looks like they're starting to die out on the southern flank of this line and starting to pick up here the northern part. These brighter yellows, orange. Let me put that into motion. Yeah, the winds are starting to increase here around Athens, Trina, Huntsville, Meridianville, Hazel Green, and Gurley. Excuse me. There's a good pocket of winds here. It might be 40 to 50. May see some areas that get 60-mile-per-hour winds. Matter of fact, let me change. I'm going to change over to high top. I can't see the winds that good. They are right in this line here. Let me mark that. Right in this line here. So we've got winds picking up in Gurley. Sure. Just come through Hazel Green, Meridianville, and Huntsville. We're looking at high top radar now. That's up in Jackson County. Not seeing any rotation. The tornado threat was low, but it wasn't zero. Could have gotten easily some brief spin ups off of this line, but didn't see much. Get back to WSV3. See, we got a severe thunderstorm warning here for DeKalb County and parts of Jackson County. Severe thunderstorm warning was issued at 2:40. East is 51 miles per hour. less than 3/4 of an inch. Max wind gust of 60. Albertville, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, Boaz, Gunnersville, Rainsville, Henniger, Crossville, Sylvania, and Fife. That's the newest severe thunderstorm warning. Give you a track on that. Looking at Geraldine at 256, Lakeview at 258, Pine Ridge 312, Powell at 313, Fort Payne 316, Galesville 326, Menlo 332, and Lyerly at 337. Once again, these are estimated times of arrival. Could get there sooner, could be a little bit later. This gives you a guideline of when to start expecting uh, the strongest part of this line to come through. So Geraldine here in about uh, 14 minutes, it'll be in your area. Now, once we get a severe thunderstorm warning, I'll give you the particulars for that up here in Jackson County. I'll get you the particulars for that, and then I'll probably cut the live broadcast and go back. I need to start looking at National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center, see what they've got for us here this afternoon, if they're going to continue that timeline for more severe storms later on this evening. All right, I'm going to cut out of here for right now. I'm going to keep the live radar. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get me a refreshment because I'm getting a little hoarse, but I shall return. I'm going to leave radar on. That way, if you see a severe thunderstorm warning or anything else pop up, you'll see it live. I'll be back here shortly. All right, I'm back. It looks like we got some stronger winds up here to the north part of this line. Light green winds have increased a little. Becoming around. We're looking at high top radar. Scottsboro, high top, Stevenson, Bridgeport, South Pittsburgh up in Tennessee, Hollywood, James D. Martin, Skyline Wildlife Management Area, Skyline. Those areas probably start seeing your winds pick up here before too long. Still waiting on that severe thunderstorm warning to be extended out over Jackson County. We've got one here further to the south, then around Cherokee, Etowah, and Cherokee counties. But they just extended that out to include those counties. A little bit out of my range is coverage. I want to check something right quick here. Let's see. Let's get back over. What usually catches my eye is cells like this one here. It's got a little appendage on it. Usually you have inflow coming in. Normally, I'm not saying there is a tornado, but when you start seeing these appendages, you'll hear a lot of people say the kidney bean shape. Uh, that's what they mean. Where these cells start getting elongated. Excuse me. I'm not seeing anything on radar. If it would be, it'd be right in here. I'm not seeing any rotation whatsoever. But it just caught my eye that we have an appendage here. So I'm not saying it won't develop something later on, but it's all by itself. So it's got all the energy to itself. So stuff like that catches my eye. I'm not saying there's a tornado developing. I'm just saying that usually catches my eye. When I was looking at it on WSV3 and I was wanting to check the velocity on it, I'm not seeing anything. There's some strong winds in it. Here just east of 72. But I'm not seeing any rotation whatsoever. But people over in Georgia may want to start keeping an eye out on that. A couple of cells are starting to get elongated here. Just catches my eye. I want to pay attention to it for a few minutes. So we've got that severe thunderstorm warning issued in that area. Still not one for Jackson County, so they'll probably post one here before too long. I'll start looking for these cells here that are elongated or got a little appendage on it. This one and this one, and even this one here. Once again, once we get that severe thunderstorm warning, if one is issued for Jackson County, I'll give you the information on that, and then I will cut the live broadcast, and I want to get some information as far as there are any more uh, storms expected for this evening. Get back over to WSV3. You see what I mean when I look at that that appendage there and how they're elongated. Really caught my eye here. No, that's yellow. I should change it to white. Let me see if I can change that to white a little bit. Gotta get over here to the settings and change my pen color. We'll do white. Now let's see if that works a little better. Let's see. Let's see. No, it still kept it to yellow. I probably didn't save it. Clear it. Yeah, it kept it yellow. Let's see if I can get it to white. It helps if you hit apply. Now let's see if that helps. There we go. When you get this little appendage here, when you get it elongated like this, see that trying to hook back. That's the cells I usually try and look for, and even this one's got a little curve to it, but I'm not seeing anything. See the hail up to an inch, but those cells that are we call them rogue cells that are all out there by themselves, they get all the energy. That's the ones I start looking at because we're close to the radar, so we pick that up. Or it looks like they've pulled that, or they've pushed out that severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson County. Like I said, I'm gonna give you that information. Issued at 2:51. Storm motions east at 48. Max hail size less than 3/4 inch. Max wind gust of 60. Locations are Scottsboro, Winchester, Bridgeport, Deckard, Henniger, Estill Springs, Stevenson, Cowan, Hollywood, and Huntland, or Huntland, as they say. That's for those that severe thunderstorm warning. Let me give you a track on that. Estill Springs at 3 o'clock, Scottsboro at 3, Winchester at 3:01, Deckard 3:03, Stevenson 3:16, Henniger 3:18, Bridgeport 3:26, South Pittsburgh 3:27, Jasper 3:33, and Trenton at 3:39. Give a big shout out to Cab uh, Storm Spotters over in that area. I know they're out there watching it. I usually look at their Facebook page. Get back over here and look at some storm reports. Trees and power lines down on Green Mountain. Down in Coleman, we've got trees down along Highway 69 in Fairview. Strong winds reported by Train Spotter. Further down the line, let's see, Aniana, trees down in the Aniana area. Again, we had a storm report up in Madison County of Huntsville ASOS at Huntsville International Airport, gusted to 60 miles per hour. Once again, I'm not seeing any storm reports up in the southern Tennessee or here close to the state line. Once again, we're looking at this 1-inch hail report or icon just northwest of Eider. A lot of these blue specks here are hail detection icons. Looking at 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch. But we go back out, we're going to look at all the local storm reports in behind this line as it come through. Most of it was power lines down, trees down. These people over here in northwest Georgia, I would be concerned about these cells. Once again, they're elongating and they're getting that little area, that little appendage there. More favorable conditions. A lot of rain's not been over in this area, so it's got a lot of energy here, so that might start picking up. Unless this line picks up speed and catches them, looking at 1-inch hail indication up here in Jackson County. And we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning, 255, up here close to Chattanooga. Storm motion's east at 49, max wind gust of 60. Locations Chattanooga, Jasper, South Pittsburgh, Whitewell, Kimball, Mount Eagle, Powell's Crossroads, Orme, Martin Springs, Fiery Gizzard State Park. First time I've heard of Fiery Gizzard State Park. Might need to go take a look at that. Anybody else seen a fiery gizzard? We do have some funny names here in North Alabama, Southern Tennessee. That's the first I've heard of it. But once again, I'm fixing to cut the broadcast. We went over all the North Alabama, Southern Tennessee severe thunderstorm warnings. This line will continue to move east, probably northeast, over the next couple of hours. I'm going to drop out of here. I'm going to look at National Weather Service and see if they're going to continue looking if we're going to have the chances for round 2 later this evening, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, moving in overnight into Sunday morning. And if I find out anything on that or have any information, I will post that straight to the Facebook page. Before I get out of here, definitely let you know to follow, like, share, always comment on our page. Jared Stevenson, just speaking of commenting, Jared Stevens has had some good rain in Newmarket. I bet you did. It's been raining. Speaking of that, once again, there's going to be ponding on roadways. Be careful if you're out driving around. Give yourself distance in between you and the car in front of you. Just take it slow and get to your destination. Once again, we're not looking at any tornado warnings as of right now. The tornado threat is low, so we're talking to people over in Jackson County, Gap County, Cherokee. Still stay weather aware as we're looking at mainly right now damaging wind threat, heavy rainfall, lots of lightning. Once again, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to look at the National Weather Service and see what they've got any information as far as us getting any more severe weather later on this evening. But I appreciate Jared Stevens, Carson Kelly, Cassandra Ivy, Desiree Hall for watching, and all those that didn't comment that may be watching. Thank you for viewing me. Once again, we simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. Once again, I'm going to say it 1,000 times. I want you to follow, like, and share the Facebook page. Always feel free to comment during our live broadcast. We're going to ask you to send those stars. That helps me get that digital gift from Facebook. That helps me earn money from them, not you. And helps me buy relief effort supplies like water, tarps, weather radios, and other weather-related material. Money does not go in my pocket. I take it and buy those items and store them away just in case there's tragedy in someone's life or their house needs tarps. I go and give that to them. So when you donate to me, that's telling those people that, or I tell the people that, hey, this is for my viewers. This is not out of my pocket. We just provide that community service. God has enriched me with a lot. I don't need anything. So your donations go back into the community. It doesn't go in my pocket. It doesn't buy my gas. I don't do oil changes. I don't take trips off of it. I put that money. Matter of fact, I've got a separate account that those QR codes are the money goes straight to it, and I keep that donation money separate from my personal account. And that way I can be held accountable for it, and I won't spend it on anything else but those relief effort supplies or other things that are weather related. Definitely like, follow, and share the page. Send those stars, please. Get over to YouTube. Even if you don't watch a video, just click on it, thumbs up, subscribe to it. It's free. It don't cost you a thing. That helps me build up viewership and gives me other aspects of doing different things on YouTube. Still trying to get 1,000 subscribers. So just go over there and subscribe. even if you don't watch YouTube ever again, that will help me get super chats if I get 1,000 subscribers. If I get 500, we can start taking memberships and you can donate that way. Your money and your donations are for a good cause. Once again, they're not for me personally. Uh, God's given me everything that I need, and I don't need anything else. I just do this as a community service and work diligently trying to give you the most accurate information there is. It's nothing that I make up. All my information comes straight from National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, Hurricane Center, and just from knowledge that I've got. You go back through my page daily, usually Monday through Friday. I give you different graphics such as current conditions, out the door forecast, 3, 6, and 9 p.m. forecast, your dog walk forecast, 10-day forecast, 3-day convective outlooks. I give you a lot of information out there, and I do it on my free time, and I don't charge you for that. So your donations help me tremendously to better that uh, information that I give you, on top of buying those relief effort supplies. Um, Jared Stevens says, "Have a good one. Thanks. You too. I will check on that uh, chance for our severe weather later on this evening, and I will be posting that information if I find anything. We'll let you know tomorrow, Sunday. We are under a general risk, which is 0 out of 5. So expect maybe some spotty showers or thunderstorms. Can't really tell you exactly where they'll be, but I would expect some showers and thunderstorms that linger around. And but then Monday, we're back as far as the SPC putting out that convective thunderstorm outlook. Monday, we are under a slight risk, so we'll have to do this all over again Monday if uh, things don't change. So, but I'll be right here and give you all that information here on North Alabama Storm Chase. Y'all be sure to go over to Storm Spotters of North Alabama. If you want to become a member of their site, it's completely free. There's a few questions that you just need to answer. Once you answer those questions, they will accept your uh, membership into there. And a great bunch of guys and girls. I work real closely with them. I'm talking about Chris, both Chris's, Chris Barnes, Mike, Karen, Josh, April, Candace. um, I'm probably forgetting a few. Jonathan, a lot of us work diligently on that page to give you information that way. So go over to Storm Spotters of North Alabama on Facebook, answer those just a few questions, 2 or 3 questions, and they'll accept your membership over there, and you can get information that way. We're just trying to keep you informed as many ways as we can. It just gives you another avenue. But while I'm off broadcast, stay abreast of everything that's going on through local TV and radio. And once again, if I find anything as far as other severe weather moving in later on this evening, I'll be sure to post that on my page. I do thank you for watching me here on North Alabama Storm Chase page. It's 3:05 p.m. on June the 7th, 2025. I am Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn storm spotter. I want to say, wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Peace out, and I will chat with y'all later.